At the beginning of the 2026 season, the SF26 was not a true championship contender. It was instead a car full of promise, quick through corners, conceptually bold, and built around a development philosophy that Leclerc had explained with rare clarity before the opening race, where the key idea was not how strong the car was at launch, but how wide and flexible its development window would remain over time. And in March, that philosophy appeared more hopeful and proven with Ferrari. Positioned as the best of the rest behind Mercedes, quicker than McLaren in cornering performance, yet clearly lacking the outright race pace of Mercedes in the areas that ultimately define results, as Hamilton showed encouraging qualifying speed, while the race pace exposed deeper limitations. And across the first 5 races, the gap to Mercedes pointed toward a development program that would need to exceed expectations just to bring Ferrari into serious contention. But that program did exactly that and more, as the upgrade packages introduced at Miami and Barcelona, among the most extensive single-weekend aerodynamic updates seen in the 2026 season, combined to improve the SF26 by an estimated 0.8 of a second compared to its launch specification, a massive gain at circuits where the difference between pole position and 10th place is often less than a single second. And that figure does not even include the ADU1 engine upgrade introduced in Austria, nor the accompanying software update that unlocked more advanced energy deployment modes, nor the refinements in energy management that gave Ferrari its first speed trap advantage of the season at Silverstone, meaning those gains sit on top of the original 0.8 improvement, while Maranello is already preparing a third major aerodynamic package aimed at Zandvoort alongside a second AGO token targeted for Monza. Developments significant enough to force Mercedes to rethink its earlier plan of halting W17. Development after the summer break, a plan that has now clearly shifted, and to fully understand the 0.8 figure it must be broken down because it was not achieved through a single upgrade, but through a layered and compounding development approach, where each step built upon the previous one, each validated at different circuits, and each delivering a specific type of performance improvement, with Miami representing the first major leap as 11 aerodynamic components arrived, one of the largest upgrade batches of the season, directly addressing the SF26's early weakness of inconsistent rear downforce without sacrificing balance in traction zones, featuring the debut of the Macarena wing alongside a revised floor and updated side pod design. And together these changes delivered lap time gains that even exceeded Ferrari's internal projections, while Barcelona marked an even larger step, expanding beyond Miami with a comprehensive package including a new front wing, further floor evolution, updated side pods, revised rear wheel rims, and refined aerodynamic surfaces that translated individual gains into a cohesive whole car improvement, with post-race analysis placing the Barcelona upgrade alone at roughly 0.6 of a second, an extraordinary figure in modern Formula One where such gains are rarely achieved in a single weekend, especially when compared to the incremental development approach that powered Red Bull's dominance from 2021 to 2024, and when combined with Miami, these updates form the aerodynamic foundation of the 0.8 gain, but what elevates the overall picture further is the additional layer of performance from the power unit and energy systems, as the ADU1 engine upgrade introduced in Austria, described by Ferrari Power Unit Chief Enrico Gualtieri, in measured terms, showed limited impact initially due to altitude and temperature conditions, but revealed its true potential at Silverstone, where it contributed to Ferrari recording its first speed trap advantage of the season, marking the first time in 2026 that the SF26 surpassed Mercedes in straight-line speed at any circuit, while the accompanying software update enabled new energy deployment strategies that had not been previously utilized, and the refined energy management approach implemented after Silverstone, confirmed to be applicable across all remaining circuits, added yet another performance layer beyond the original aerodynamic gains, resulting in a combined package of 0.8 from aerodynamics, an estimated 8 to 9 horsepower increase from the engine, advanced deployment modes, and a now optimized energy management system that functions effectively across all track types. That is the full picture of where Ferrari stands compared to March, and it still does not include what is coming next, because the most important development from this week is not the 0.8 gain or even the confirmed Zandvoort package, but the revelation that Mercedes has altered its W17 development plan, having originally intended to stop development after the summer break and shift full focus to the 2027 W18, only to reconsider after Ferrari's rapid progress forced a strategic rethink. as Mercedes began the 2026 season with roughly a 1-second advantage built through an aggressive winter program that committed the full strength of Brackley to the W17 from the moment 2025 ended, a deliberate approach designed to create a buffer large enough to allow conservative in-season spending while preserving resources for 2027 under stable power unit regulations. And that strategy delivered immediate success, with 5 wins from the opening races and a 66-point championship lead. After Monaco, that appeared comfortable enough to manage without risk, yet it failed to account for Ferrari producing 0.8 of performance through continuous upgrades at a pace rarely seen from a non-dominant team, making Toto Wolff's public comments about Ferrari's progress more than casual remarks but clear signs of growing concern within Mercedes, while Fred Vasseur's response, though sharp, reflected reality as both teams operate under the same cost cap yet differ in allocation, with Mercedes investing heavily in the winter and Ferrari spreading development across the season following Sarah's platform philosophy, and the outcome of that contrast is now visible as Mercedes abandons its original plan and prepares a second major upgrade package after the break. A decision that signals not confidence, but the realization that managing their advantage is no longer enough because Ferrari's gains have fundamentally changed the championship equation, and crucially the 0.8. Improvement is not the limit, but the foundation of what is still to come as Ferrari heads into the Belgian Grand Prix, with a third major aerodynamic package already in development at Maranello targeting Zandvoort on August 23rd, confirmed by multiple technical sources and prioritized as the ideal validation circuit before Monza due to its medium to high downforce demands and varied corner profile that allows upgrades to show their full effect without being masked by extreme straight line requirements, followed by a second ADO token focused on a revised turbocharger with updated blade geometry and advanced materials expected at either Zandvoort or more likely Monza, where engine performance directly translates into lap time, aligning with Ferrari's internal plan of using Zandvoort as preparation before unveiling the complete aerodynamic and power unit package at their home race. While Mercedes will respond with further W17 development beyond the summer break, the timing of Ferrari's upgrades means their 3 remaining steps, the Zandvoort Aero package, the ADO 2 turbo upgrade, and the compounding benefits of their now optimized energy management system, will arrive before or alongside Mercedes' response, placing Ferrari in a position where they are dictating the pace of development heading into circuits that reward the exact strengths they have been building. As Ferrari enter 2026 with a flexible platform and a clear philosophy to exploit it at the right moment. And now, 0.8 later, that philosophy has forced Mercedes to change course, prompted McLaren to accelerate upgrades between Hungary and Zandvoort, and left Red Bull dealing with reliability concerns, while Ferrari approaches Spa, once considered a weakness, now equipped with higher top speed from a Macarena Evo, improved power recovery from an upgraded exhaust, and conditions that could amplify their advantage if rain arrives, making the 0.8 figure the defining metric of the season, not individual wins or rivalries, but the number itself, because in a championship where Mercedes started with a 1-second lead, recovering 0.8 does not just close the gap, it transforms the entire competitive landscape and explains exactly why Mercedes had no choice but to change its plan.